Will the House please come to order and members kindly take their seats? Good afternoon. The devotional today will be led by Wayne Cooper, a poet and a novelist from Halifax.
Thank you. 20 years ago in 2003, I was commissioned to write a poem by a literary magazine, and they wanted me to write a postcard poem from the town I live in. And I live in Halifax, Vermont, obviously. And he said, write something quirky about someone or something in your town. And that was about the easiest assignment I've ever had, because everything and everyone is quirky in Halifax, Vermont. And I had so much fun writing that I ended up writing 100 more postcard poems. So these are from my book, Postcards from the Interior. Half of them are from Vermont. I'm just going to read 4 very short ones to you today. I live on the Green River in Halifax, and this poem is called Postcard from Green River. The church towers over the village like a god. Imagine that. 3 of the residents are bad. No one knows the word for loud. Postcard from Westminster West. The fields are greener than the wildest future, each turn a new vista of sheep and sky, the day as bright as the impulse to drive here. I can't believe you brought me to Scotland, she says. We've never been there, but know it must look like this. The road winds downhill to the river, green as the summer grass, no boats to disturb its slow way south. We drive home on a freeway free of cars, 91 south to Brattleboro, looking down on rivers that join together, one wild, one calm, one taking the name of the other. Postcard from a late nor'easter. What greater pleasure than this, to sit outside in late April in Vermont and watch the snow blow in from Boston. It whirls around the daffodils, yellow until they fold themselves into white. It means nothing this time of year. The wind carries other things, stories of witches burned for their ways, men of the cloth who deserve the same. The snow stops and everything's still. Your breath, my breath, the grass working hard to be green under white. One more. Postcard from the rain. August and the river looks like April, high as my chest and moving fast, green as the leaves it runs underneath. I follow its lazy curve to the dam, where it falls hard to the pool below, in waves, a pulse. A family of 8 lives further down, who only eat what they can grow, which this year's rain has killed. They're selling furniture on the lawn, chairs cobbled together with glue, lamps that don't work for $1. I give them corn I bought at the store, not sweet like what they grew last year. Thank you.
Members, we have 2 House bills for introduction this afternoon. The first is House Bill 516, which is an act relating to approval of amendments to the Charter of the City of Essex Junction, introduced by Representatives Dolan of Essex Junction and Houghton of Essex Junction. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
H 516, an act relating to approval of amendments to the Charter of the City of Essex Junction.
Now the bill has been read the first time and is referred to the Committee on Government Operations and Military Affairs. The second is House Bill 517, which is an act relating to the approval of the dissolution of the Duxbury-Moortown Fire District Number 1, introduced by Representative Tory of Moortown and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
H 517, an act relating to approval of the dissolution of Duxbury-Moortown Fire District Number 1.
Now the bill has been read a first time and is referred to the Committee on Government Operations and Military Affairs. We also have one Senate bill for referral this afternoon. Senate Bill 39 is an act relating to compensation and benefits for members of the Vermont General Assembly, introduced by Senator Hardy and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S39, an act relating to compensation and benefits for members of the Vermont General Assembly.
Now, the bill has been read a first time and is referred to the Committee on Government Operations and Military Affairs. We have now a joint House resolution to take up at this time. JRS 5 is a joint resolution authorizing the Green Mountain Girls State Educational Program to use the facilities of the State House on a mutually agreed upon day for a designated time span during the week of June 18th, 2023, offered by Representatives Brumstead of Shelburne and Boston of Westminster. Please listen to the reading of the resolution by title only.
JRH 5, Joint Resolution authorizing the Green Mountain Girls State Educational Program to use the facilities of the State House on a mutually agreed upon day and for a designated time span during the week of June 18th, 2023.
Now you've heard the reading of the resolution, and the same is placed on the calendar for action on the next legislative day pursuant to House Rule 52. We also have a joint Senate resolution to take up. JRS 24 is a joint resolution relating to weekend adjournment, was offered by Senator Baruth and was read and adopted on the part of the Senate. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
JRS 24, Joint Resolution relating to weekend adjournment. Resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that when the two houses adjourn on Friday, April 21st, 2023, it be to meet again no later than Tuesday, April 25th, 2023.
Now you've heard the reading of the resolution, and the question is, shall the House adopt the resolution in concurrence? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the resolution is adopted in concurrence. Members, we've received requests to read two House concurrent resolutions that the House and Senate adopted pursuant to the consent calendar. The first is HCR 89, which is a House concurrent resolution congratulating the winning teams of the 2023 15th Junior Iron Chef Vermont competition. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
Whereas on March 11th, 2023, after a pandemic-imposed pause, the Junior Iron Chef VT competition, featuring nutritious and unique culinary creations suitable for school meal programs that 34 teams crafted from local agricultural products, returned to the Champlain Valley Exposition in Essex Junction for its 15th year. And whereas, though it is now held under the auspices of Vermont After School, the event's organizer, VT Feed, retained a consulting role, and the panel of judges brought expertise in the areas of cooking, journalism, and youth programs to their assignment. And whereas, in both the morning and afternoon cook-off rounds, the three award categories were Crowd Pleaser for the team best incorporating color, texture, and taste, Lively Local for the team best highlighting Vermont foods, and Mise en Place for the team demonstrating exemplary teamwork, order, and professionalism. And whereas the morning middle school category winners were the Winooski School District Onions, winning Crowd Pleaser for vegetarian dumplings, the Williston Central School Wildcats, winning Lively Local for their Vermont root vegetable shepherd's pie, and the Lake Champlain Waldorf School non-NAAN Believers, winning Mise en Place for their Indian butter tofu. And whereas the afternoon peers earning special recognition were the King Street Youth Center Flames, winning Crowd Pleaser for their Thai green curry with coconut, mackerel lime, and Thai basil, the Crossett Brook Middle School Cougars, winning Lively Local for their Tiger Tail Burrito Bowl, and the Edmonds Middle School team number 2, winning Mise en Place for their Chana Masala. And whereas the afternoon-only high school cook-off winners were the Champlain Valley Union High School Red Onions, winning Crowd Pleaser for their Tofu Poke Bowl, the Lake Champlain Waldorf School Soup Dogs, winning Lively Local for their stir-fried vegetables with noodles and crispy tofu, and the Champlain Valley High School Chef Hawks, winning mise en place for their barbecue bao buns. Now therefore be it resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that the General Assembly congratulates the winning teams of the 2023 15th Junior Iron Chef Vermont competition, and be it further resolved that the Secretary of State be directed to send a copy of this resolution to each winning team and to Vermont After School.
Next is HCR 90, which is a House concurrent resolution congratulating the 2020, 2021, and 2022 winners of the Spirit of the ADA Award. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
Whereas the state of Vermont recognizes the general societal and workforce benefits of affording all Vermonters, including those with disabilities, equal economic opportunities regardless of age, color, gender, national origin, race, religion, or sexual orientation. And whereas the Governor's Committee on the Employment of People with Disabilities annually honors organizations that strive to achieve this goal with the Spirit of the ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act Award. And whereas the criteria for receipt of this honor are 1, creating an accessibility recruitment and hiring process, 2, incorporating on-the-job accommodations, 3, providing accessible physical structures to ensure success for all employees, and 4, having an overall employment strategy that includes hiring people with disabilities. And whereas the winners were, in 2020, Gardner Supply, Vermont Soap, Copeland Furniture, the Vermont Country Store, and the Alchemist Brewery. In 2021, Sodexo at Northern Vermont University, the Town of Waterbury Department of Parks and Recreation, Vermont Fiber Mill, Homegrown Scales, Ace Hardware in St. Albans, Hannaford Supermarket in St. Albans, Andy's Dandies, Main Street Graphics, the Department of Forests, Parks, and Recreation staff at Alice and Elmore State Parks, Killington Resort, the Springfield Medical Center, the City of Newport, and Price Chopper in Morrisville. And in 2022, Accessible Web, 802 Toyota, Animal Doctor, Vermont Information Processing, Marble Valley Regional Transit, and Equinox Golf Resort and Spa, the Benchmark Hospitality Group. And whereas representatives of many of the recent organization winners of the Spirit of the ADA Award are present in the State House today, now therefore be it resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that the General Assembly congratulates the 2020, 2021, and 2022 winners of the Spirit of the ADA Award, and be it further resolved that the Secretary of State be directed to send a copy of this resolution to each of these Spirit of the ADA Award winners.
Are there any announcements? Member from Halifax.
Madam Speaker, all I want to do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. You've just heard Win Cooper give today's devotional. You may have heard at least one of his poems before today, sung by Sheryl Crow in All I Want to Do, a song that won 2 Grammys and sold 8 million albums as part of Crow's 1993 breakout. Win's poem, Fun, was how I first encountered him, but today I'm thrilled to know him as a neighbor down the Green River, which is truly green and swollen with meltwater today in Halifax. Win has published 5 books of poems, which have also appeared in magazines from The New Yorker to the Paris Review. But from one writer to another, I'm really pleased to welcome him to the prose side of this fence with his new novel, Way Out West. Win has taught at Bennington College and Marlborough College and has made Vermont his home for 30 years. And I'd love to ask you to help me in welcoming him to the People's House.
Will the guest member from Halifax please rise and be recognized? Member from Westford.
Madam Speaker, I'd rise today, ask you to help me welcome a student from my hometown of Westford, Grace Samula, to the People's House. She's seated in the gallery, and she's here today to advocate for universal school meals for the 2nd year in a row. I have always known Grace to be a great community-minded person, which I learned when somehow I ended up becoming aware because of her and her sister that there was a feral cat colony in my town that I needed to drive slowly by so I didn't hurt the cats. Through a story that I don't remember all the details of, I somehow ended up with 2 feral cats in my garage, who I had to then go get fixed and bring to a farm. So she's been a very strong and effective advocate over a host of issues. So I just hope that that gives you a little sense of what a great person she is. And could you please help me welcome her to the People's House?
Will the guest, the member from Westford, please rise and be recognized? Member from Hartford.
Madam Speaker, it is my honor and privilege to welcome the next generation of young leaders from Hartford Memorial Middle School to the People's House. These sixth graders are joined by their outstanding teachers, Bryson Nardone, Stephen Drew, Liz Scaris, and Sarah Brown. This group has also been thoughtfully advocating for permanent universal school meals in Vermont and spoke with the governor this morning about what this policy would mean to them, their peers, and families. Please join me in offering them a warm welcome.
Will the guest of the member from Hartford please rise and be recognized? Member from Rutland City.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today we have with us former state representative of Rutland City, Larry Cooperly. Larry continues to serve our great state as a governor-appointed board member for the Vermont Veterans Home and continues to serve Rutland City as an alderman. And we welcome back Mr. Larry Cooperly. Thank you.
Will the former member please rise and be recognized? And the other member from Rutland City.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's a bit of a field trip day from my hometown. In addition to, and I'm still getting used to saying this, in addition to Alderman Cooperly, we have with us today in chambers Rutland City's new mayor, Mike Dunges, and Rutland City's new president of the Board of Aldermen, Michael Talbot. They came up and spoke to Rutland Caucus and are joining some committees today to check in on some issues related to the city. And if the body would join me in welcoming them here, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Will the guest from the member from Rutland City please rise and be recognized? Member from Coventry.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. You just heard the reading of the resolution honoring the spirit of the ADA Awards for the last 3 years. We're very pleased to thank them for their service in providing the jobs that I think everyone aspires to. And along with the businesses that are here that have received the award, we also have members of the Governor's Committee on the Employment of People with Disabilities. So with us, we have Rose Lucenti, who's the chair, Bob Burke, Taya Tar, Lisa Elson, Larry Forsythe, Nat Piper, Sterling Peebles, Shalini, and I'm gonna butcher this one, Shirnana Raya, Nicole Peterson, Diane Dalmasi, and Darren McIntyre. Madam Speaker, they're seated behind me in the gallery, and please give them a warm State House welcome.
Will the guest of the member from Coventry please rise and be recognized? Member from Dover.
Madam Speaker, we've heard this morning or this afternoon a resolution honoring the winners of the 2023 15th Annual Junior Iron Chef Vermont competition. Madam Speaker, I love this program. The Junior Iron Chef Vermont is a statewide culinary competition challenging teams of middle and high school students to engage in improving their own health and the health of their community by creating nutritious local dishes to inspire our school meal programs. We heard about the winners of this year's program. I am a proud parent of the original winning team, the Twin Valley Hakuna Matata team. Back in 15 years ago. But this morning we are lucky enough to be joined by all of the winning teams who are seated in the balcony with their coaches and parents, and I hope we can give a warm welcome to this creative culinary crew.
Will the guest member from Dover please rise and be recognized? Member from Brattleboro.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Tomorrow, the Women's Caucus will be hosting a discussion of birthing centers, one end of the spectrum, and adult care services. It will take place in the Pavilion Building, room 267 at noon. Hope you can join us.
Member from, Waitsfield.
Waitsfield? Thank you.
Yes, Waitsfield.
Thank you. I would like to take this moment to offer a warm welcome to the Crossbrook Middle School Cougars. They're winners of one of the lively local awards that we heard about, and they include two teams made up of Evelyn Andrus, Willa Hudson, Willow Thomas, Frankie Beto, Thatcher Palmer, Cora Binkard, Sophia DeSanto, Charlotte Burks, and Julia Sitz, with coaches Erica Dolan, no relation, and Dana Hudson. This certainly highlights their focus on a new career path potentially for them, and a focus on the importance of Vermont foods. So on behalf of the members from Waterbury and Moortown, please join me in congratulating the Crossbrook Cougars, and they are seating in the balcony.
Will the guest of the member from Waitsfield please rise and be recognized? Member from Barrytown.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today is a very special day because today is my seatmate, my running mate, and my friend's birthday. I hope that the body will join me in wishing Topper McFawn a very happy birthday today. Thank you.
Happy birthday, member. Member from Barrytown.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today's quite a day. I've got some very, very special guests that are here. I guess it started out as they were going to surprise me, but they come in for lunch with me, and they're in the gallery now. My oldest daughter, Kate Williams, is there. She's there with her husband, Stephen, and he's our wonderful son-in-law. And we also have my youngest daughter, Molly, and my son, Bennett, and my lovely wife and best friend and partner through this life's journey, my wife, Mary Ann. I would appreciate it if you'd welcome to the house. Thank you.
Will the family of the member from Barrytown please rise and be recognized? Member from Brandon.
Madam Speaker, I have several special guests here today that I would like to introduce. First, I would like to introduce my constituents and friends, Deb and Ed Bratton, owner of Vermont Fiber Mill in Brandon, and their business offers custom processing of wool into batting, roving, and yarn, and they are the 2021 recipient of the Spirit of ADA Award. In addition, I would also like to, along with the members from Middlebury, Burlington, Berry City, Colchester, Essex, and St. Albans, I would like to welcome the Emerge Vermont Class of 2023 participants who are in the chamber with us today. Emerge Vermont is a statewide organization that recruits, trains, and provides an important network to Democratic women who want to run for office. Its mission is to increase the number of Democratic women leaders from diverse backgrounds in public office at every level of government. And currently there are 42 Emerge Vermont alums and trainees serving as legislators this session. In the chamber with us today are the following Emerge program participants:
Isabel Gogarty from Middlebury, Joanna Grossman from Burlington, Amanda Gustin from Barry, Julie Hulberd from Colchester, Amanda Janu from Burlington, Erin Malone from Burlington, Nakuma Polzewski from St. Albans, Leslie Rivera, an intern from St. Michael's College, and Elaine Haney, Emerge Director. Please join me in welcoming. Thank you.
Will the guest and the member from Brandon please rise and be recognized? Member from Waterbury.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We also have another special birthday in the House today. One of our youngest, quote unquote, members, I guess that's the part that should be in quote, the daughter from the member from Bridport turns 1 today.
Oh, happy birthday. Member from Guilford.
Madam Speaker, I move that the Committee on Transportation be relieved of House Bill 143, which is an act relating to consumer protections relating to the towing and storage of vehicles, and that the same be committed to the Committee of Commerce and Economic Development.
The member from Guilford moves that the Committee on Transportation be relieved of House Bill 143 and the same be committed to the Committee on Commerce and Economic Development. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you have relieved the Committee on Transportation of House Bill 143 and committed the same to the Committee on Commerce and Economic Development. Are there any further announcements? Member from Coventry.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. This afternoon, we have some very honored guests with us today from the Republic of China. They are delegates to the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Boston. They have been able to come back to see us again after a short hiatus because of COVID. We were honored, your Committee on Commerce and Economic Development, were honored this morning to have Director General Jonathan Sun and Director Wellington Shi join us and have a discussion of the economics and development between our state and between Taiwan. They are also here to listen to the reading of H.R. 9, which we'll be taking up during orders of the day. And so would you and the Chamber please give a warm welcome to Director General Sun and Director Shi. They are seated in the Senate seats.
Will the guest and the member from Coventry please rise and be recognized? Are there any further announcements? Member from Brattleboro.
Madam Speaker, I move that the Committee on Ways and Means be relieved of S93, which is the sales tax exemption for advanced wood boilers, and that the same be committed to the Committee on Environment and Energy.
The member from Brattleboro moves that the Committee on Ways and Means be relieved of Senate Bill 93 and the same be committed to the Committee on Environment and Energy. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you have relieved the Committee on Ways and Means of Senate Bill 93 and committed the same to the Committee on Environment and Energy. Are there any further announcements? Member from Dover.
Madam Speaker, after consulting with the junior member from Bennington 2, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce my intern this year, fabulous intern, Layla Delamedovich from UVM, and just ask the body to welcome her. Thank you.
Will the guest and the member from Dover please rise and be recognized? Are there any further announcements? Seeing none. Orders of the day. Members, will begin with House Bill 489, which is an act relating to the approval of an amendment to the Charter of the Town of Shelburne. Please listen to the third reading of the bill.
H 489, an act relating to approval of an amendment to the Charter of the Town of Shelburne.
The question is, shall the bill pass? Member from Charlotte.
Madam Speaker, yesterday the member from Clarendon asked me a question and I did not know the answer, but today I do. The percentage of voters in Shelburne who voted to approve this charter amendment on town meeting day this year was 20.8.
The question is, shall the bill pass? Are you ready for the question? Member from Georgia.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I should have waved my hand. I'm sorry. But yesterday, when I got back to committee, I dug out the big calculator and I got some more accurate figures, and I want to just correct my presentation from yesterday. So overall, to the town of Shelburne, we're expecting in the first year $1.1 million to be generated from this new local option tax. And of that 1.1 million, 70% of it will go back to the town, and they will use it for the items they correctly identified yesterday in the member from Shelburne's presentation. 30% of it will go to the state of Vermont. And of that 30%, that's $330,000 will go to the pilot program, and $15,000 will go to the tax department to cover their fees. So those are the most up-to-date figures we can generate out of Ways and Means, and I'll keep you up to date if anything else changes. Thanks, Madam Speaker.
The question is, shall the bill pass? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you have passed the bill. The final item on our action calendar for today is House Resolution 9, which is a House resolution reaffirming the friendship between Vermont and the Republic of China, Taiwan, and supporting enhanced United States-Taiwan and Vermont-Taiwan bilateral relations. The resolution has been read by title and appears in yesterday's journal, and the chair directs that this resolution be read in full.
Whereas the United States and the Republic of China, Taiwan, share a vibrant, mutually beneficial bilateral relationship based on our common values of freedom, democracy, the rule of law, and a free market economy, and the relationship is as strong as it ever has been. And whereas, with respect to United States-Taiwan trade, the United States is Taiwan's second largest trading partner. Taiwan is the 8th largest trading partner of the United States. In 2022, the two-way trade in goods between the United States and Taiwan totaled an estimated $135.56 billion, and Taiwan was the 6th largest purchaser of American agricultural goods, totaling $4.4 billion. And whereas regarding Vermont-Taiwan trade, in 2022, Taiwan was the second largest export destination for Vermont goods worth approximately $465 million, and Vermont imported an estimated $100 million in goods from Taiwan. And whereas the government of Taiwan has expressed a desire to reach a bilateral trade agreement with the United States, which would significantly increase Vermont's exports to Taiwan, bilateral investment, and jobs in Vermont. And whereas Vermont and Taiwan have enjoyed a long history of productive bilateral relations, including entering into a driver's license reciprocity agreement in 2020 and facilitating people-to-people exchanges between the two jurisdictions. And whereas the government of Taiwan desires to establish a memorandum of understanding with the state of Vermont to increase educational exchanges and cooperation, now therefore be it resolved by the House of Representatives that the legislative body reaffirms the friendship between Vermont and the Republic of China, Taiwan, and supports enhanced United States-Taiwan and Vermont-Taiwan bilateral relations, and be it further resolved that this legislative body supports the establishment of a memorandum of understanding between the Republic of China, Taiwan, and Vermont for educational exchanges and cooperation. And be it further resolved that the clerk of the House be directed to send a copy of this resolution to President Joseph R. Biden, President Tsai Ing-wen of the Republic of China, Taiwan, Director General Jonathan Sun of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Boston, Governor Philip B. Scott, and the Vermont Congressional Delegation.
The question is, shall the House adopt the resolution? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the resolution is adopted. Members, that completes the orders of the day. Are there any announcements? Member from Guilford.
Madam Speaker, I wanted to share a reminder of an invitation that members received in their mailboxes that tomorrow the Railroad Association of Vermont is hosting a legislative reception on the train tracks directly behind the Capitol Plaza Hotel. It's from 4:30 to 7 p.m. I just wanted to remind folks of that opportunity. Thanks.
The chair has one announcement. The following members are appointed to the Joint Information Technology Oversight Committee: the member from Colchester, Representative Chase; the member from Dover, Representative Sibilia; and the member from Bradford, Representative Priestley. Are there any further announcements? Member from Dover.
Yes, Madam Speaker, just a quick reminder, tomorrow morning is Rural Caucus, 8 a.m. in the Pavilion, room 270. We will be hearing updates on dispatch, VOREC, and housing. Thank you.
Are there any further announcements? Member from Castleton.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So for today, little bit of history. So this is American history today. Today is April 19th, and 248 years ago today marked the beginning for the American War for Independence against the British Empire at the battles of Lexington and Concord. And for those who may not be familiar with the event marked the boiling point between the American colonists, which at that point in time still identified themselves as British subjects. And the event occurred where it was a shot that was heard around the world. To this day, nobody knows who started it, but from the time period of 1775 to 1783, we came out as Americans and we finished it. So I just want to commemorate that day today in the halls of history. And because of that day today, we are sitting here with a portrait of George Washington, our first president, in our chamber, and with our American flag standing proudly in our left corner and our Vermont flag proudly in the right corner. So thank you.
Are there any further announcements? Seeing none, member from Poultney, can you please offer us a motion to adjourn until Thursday, April 20th, 2023 at 1 p.m.?
Madam Speaker, I make a motion this body stand in adjournment until Thursday, April 20th, 2023 at 1 p.m.
You have heard the motion. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it.